Is the hammer event worth playing? This is the hammer event, it's Hunt for History. Comes every 4 weeks on a Friday. It rotates with the egg event. And every time it comes, it has the same blueprints and the same rewards. So there's 2 different floors. There's a normal floor where you can get epic blueprints, you can get accessories, you can get materials and speed ups. And there's the legendary floor, which is every 5th floor. You can just get legendary blueprints, 8 apiece. For the normal floor rewards, you should probably pick the materials unless you are in the early game and you need one of these accessories really badly. And for the special floor, you should just pick whatever you need the most and whatever you're working on. So, how the hammer event works, you can select a reward. For example, I will select this material chest, and then I can start digging, and I can uncover all these tiles. And behind one of these tiles is this material chest, and once I open the correct tile, then I go onto the next floor. There's also the second event, Archaeological Dig with the hammer, where you can get 30 hammers for free. You get 28 in this event, and you can get 2 from the shop, 1 per day, which makes 30 hammers for the whole event. You can get for free. Now let's look at the math of this event and let's see if it's worth playing. So, looking at the math, we can see every single reward from all the floors here, and in total there are 26 different floor rewards, and here are the 2 special rewards. And because there are 26 different floor rewards, you need a maximum of 26 hammers to unlock the next floor, and a minimum of 1 hammer, which is the average of 13.5, just 26 plus 1 divided by 2. And for 5 floors, there's 67.5 hammers needed on average. Then coming back to this, if you want to look at the material value, what we do, we sum up all of the material rewards, and then we do those material rewards times 2.5. Why times 2.5? Because on average, you open half the floors until you reach the next one. So we're going to look at 5 floors, and because in 5 floors, you get all of the rewards per floor half the time, you get the materials 2.5 times, you get each reward 2.5 times on average in 5 floors. And then we add the epic one times 4, because you get those 4 times. And for 5 floors, then we divide it by the number of hammers needed for 5 floors. And that leaves us with a value of 80. And that's gem value. So per hammer used, we get 80 gems and materials. And if we go back to the hammer event and to the shop, we can see 1 hammer costs us 200 gems. So gem wise, just the materials, this is not really good. You get a very small return for your materials. Then looking at materials and blueprints, when we do the exact same calculation but also factor in the 12,000 gem value from the blueprints, then 1 hammer gives us 260 gems worth of value. And with speed ups and material and speed ups, you have these different values as well. So here you have the values, you have the value for materials, for just blueprints, blueprints and materials, blueprints, materials and speed ups, and materials and speed ups. So probably the interesting thing to look at is materials and blueprints, which is 1.29. And we can quickly do that, we can compare it to other blueprint events. And if we do that, we see the best blueprint event is the egg for 10 spins for free. And hammer is all the way down here for just blueprints. And for materials and blueprints, we can see egg takes the top spots again. And hammer is also below, which is 184 spins. And also behind the prayer event, 35 plus 25 spins. So before you spend a single gem in the hammer event, you should spin the egg to 184 every single time, regardless what you need, blueprints or materials. We can also look at the material value. We see that hammer is all the way down here, behind the 184 for egg. So regardless of what you do, before you invest a single gem into the hammer event, always finish the egg event every month, because this also comes every 4 weeks. But the egg event doesn't have a bundle like the hammer event, which is this one right here. The egg event bundle simply gives materials, but this one gives us hammers. And what this means is this is one of 2 events where you can purchase blueprints with money. The other one is the Smithy special event, and you can buy up to 185 of this hammer bundle every time it comes. Then we can see the hammers we get from the event. We can see how many floors we can open with those on average. We can see the legendary materials we get, the blueprint fragments we get on average, and the speed ups we get, the hours. And then we can compare the hammer with the Smithy special event, which we can see right here. We got a few different modes of comparison. We see the 385 over 3 months, because you can spend per month at the Hunt of History 185 maximum. So if you spend 385 over 3 months, and you buy the full bundle of the Smithy, which is also 385, you get a few more gems with the Smithy, but because you spend gems in the Smithy event, you get more with the hammer, you get more legendary materials, you get about 1 blueprint less, and you get more speed ups with the hammer. Looking at buying the hammer over 6 months, which is of course in smaller bundles, you can see that Smithy special now gives better gems than the hammer, even after you play the Smithy event. Because the smaller the bundle is, the less gems you actually get. You get more materials, and you get less blueprints, and more speed ups. So compared to what we got before, this is better than before, because you buy smaller bundles, you get more value. And then if you buy the hammer over 11 months, which is $35 every single month, which is the 5, 10 and 20, we can see that you get less gems in the smithy, 3.5k less gems, you get 11 legendary materials more, you get 6 blueprints less, and you get 51 days of speed ups more. So bundle wise, this is one of the best material bundles actually you can buy. The hammer bundle is of course versus something like the material supply or the absolute best material bundle, which is the Vanquisher pop-up. Per dollar it is better than the egg bundle and the regular geared up bundle. And the egg bundle and geared up bundle actually give the same materials. The only difference is that the egg bundle has 3 gold chests. So if you want materials and you plan to buy gold chests, then hammer is one of the best places to do it. So gems, unless you max the egg every time, is a no-go. Bundles is fine, depends on your budget. I personally only get the 5 and 10 because more is not worth it for me. That's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.